Okay, so this is another Doom vlog, but only this one is going to be a little short and condensed version based off of the last one I tried to make. I did a little experiment with CapCut and I pretty much, I'm not gonna lie, didn't like it. So this is gonna be a really condensed version of it so that way I can get my point across. And as always, spoiler alert if you haven't read the Doom books, because I'm gonna go into a lot of details here. So if you haven't read the books, stop what you're doing, go read the books, come back here, or at least read it up to the point where you get to book 2 more deep. So after the death of Duke Leto Atreides, Paul and his mother Jessica are pretty much camped out on Arrakis. And then after Paul finds out that his father was dead, he pretty much goes through a certain change. And as the book states, he really wants to grieve for his father, but apparently there's a sort of emptiness within him that pretty much like makes him switch gears, you know? And in that moment, Paul's mind winds up pretty much like jumping gears and pretty much evolving past the point to where even his mother doesn't understand what's going on. And his mind was computing all that data and all that analysis in order to find the best way for him and his mother to try to get out of the situation. Not only that, but it also shows us Paul's evolving power. That power is the ability to see different alternate futures. To give you an example, it's kind of like if you're playing a video game like Mass Effect and you have all these different choices and all these different ways to respond to people in the conversation. And depending on what you say and what you do, it would lead to a possible conclusion that could pretty much work towards your benefit or could pretty much bite you in the ass. At least that's pretty much what I got out of it. Because in the book, like it explains here, it was kind of like a spectrum to where it was giving him all the different possibilities. Like he was seeing his own death in countless ways, as well as seeing new planets and new cultures. Like he was seeing so many people in swarms, and yet his mind was still cataloging them. Like he was processing so much information in that amount of time that it just almost seemed scary. This could also be because of the spice on Arrakis is probably what's pretty much making that happen. And according to him, it's kind of like a truth-sayer's drug. And according to the glossary in the book, a truth-sayer is basically a reverend mother who can detect the truth when it is being told. And so because of the spice, it pretty much gave Paul a heightened sense of this ability to the point where even his mother was pretty shocked to pretty much see him do this. Like his ability was so evolved that literally he discovered that both he and his mother were Harkonnen. Like even Lady Jessica didn't know. And not only were they Harkonnen, she's literally Baron Harkonnen's daughter, aka the same guy who was responsible for Dr. Yui's betrayal, the same guy responsible for the death of Paul's father, and the same man responsible for the fall of the House of Atreides. And then aside from that, Paul realizes that the best chance that he and his mother, as well as his unborn baby sister, pretty much has, is that they have to pretty much seek sanctuary with the Fremen. And in order to accomplish that, he would have to use the religion as well as the prophecy that was sewn into the Fremen culture by the Bene Gesserits themselves in order to gain sanctuary with the Fremen. And I did a little bit more research and I learned that the Missionera Protectiva, I'm sorry if I butchered that name, is something that the Bene Gesserits has been doing for a very long time in the DUNE universe. It's basically cultural and religious engineering. It's basically a seed that they plant in different religions and superstitions in order to pretty much use it later on in time to their own benefit. It's basically a fallback plan to use the culture, the religion, and the superstition that they planted in order to pretty much get the upper hand. And that's what Paul plans to use with the Fremen, to which not only is he going to use that in order to have sanctuary with the Fremen, he's also planning on using it to get vengeance on the Harkonnens for the death of his father. And the craziest thing is that the more we see this kid evolve and the more we see the decisions that he makes that pretty much impacts his choices throughout this journey, he becomes a very scary character. I'm talking like absolutely terrifying. Now I'm definitely pumped to see what happens next. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I got more reading to do. And if you want to follow up with me on my Doom vlog videos, be sure to hit that follow button. And I will catch you guys in the next one.